The threat we face from the COVID-19 virus is an unprecedented threat and unlike any we have faced. Today, I have certified that a state of emergency exists and requested that the governor issue an executive order postponing the elections.
News tonight at 9, Georgia's presidential primaries postponed because of fears over the coronavirus.
Until this slows, until we can make sure that we can, as they're saying, flatten the curve, it is frankly irresponsible to have events, elections included, where you are putting people in close proximity.
We're in the middle of primary season, so there are limits to what states can do to combat the challenges faced by coronavirus now. But there's no excuse for states to not be prepared for the general election. My name is MARC ELIAS. I chair the political law practice at Perkins Coie in Washington, D.C. So I am currently social distancing at home with my dog, Bodhi, who's right here. Say hello, Bodhi. Hello, Bodhi. Number one, making sure that every voter who casts their ballot and has it postmarked on election day, on or before election day, has it counted. Number two, that we don't disqualify ballots and disenfranchise voters based on the junk science of signature matching. And number three, that we ensure that voters have the opportunity to have assistance in the delivery of their sealed and completed mail ballots. States need to, first and foremost, build the infrastructure to print and mail ballots. But beyond that, there are a lot of hidden barriers to voting built into vote by mail that don't always get the attention that they deserve. Congress should step in here with some minimum protections of voters, starting with a law that says that if you cast your ballot by mail on or before the close of polls on election day, that ballot counts. And it doesn't matter whether that ballot is delivered by the mail service that day, the next day, or 3 or 4 days later. If you voted on election day, then your ballot counts. Congress should be incentivizing states to move to vote by mail. For example, Congress should mandate that all mail ballots or absentee ballots that go through the postal system go through with free postage. Congress could provide a mandate to states that they allow vote by mail. And finally, Congress should do something with respect to the disqualification of ballots. Most people don't realize that when they vote by mail or vote absentee and they sign the outer envelope, their signature is then compared with the signature that the state or county has on file for that individual. And if, in the opinion of the worker, those signatures don't match, very oftentimes those ballots are discarded and not counted. In many states, the voter is not even told that their ballot is not counted and given an opportunity to contest it or to fix it. 2018, 68,000 Americans had their ballots not count as a result of rejection due to signature mismatch. And I think we can all agree there is no chance there were 68,000 Americans whose ballots had forged signatures. The final barrier that needs to be tackled by state legislatures in advance deals with laws that restrict the assistance or the collection and delivery of completed and sealed absentee ballots. We're not talking about unsealed ballots. We're talking about people who either because they don't want to go outside and are engaged in preventative steps, social distance, or whether they're ill or infirmed, or whether they live in communities where delivering ballots is inconvenient. And so they oftentimes rely on community organizations or friends or informal networks to collect completed absentee ballots and have them delivered to the appropriate post office or election site. And many states have outlawed that. And the lack of confidence that all of those things have instilled in some populations in the country. It's more important than ever as we head towards the 2020 general election that the American people have confidence that the voting system is open and fair, and that every citizen who is lawfully eligible to cast a ballot is able to cast it and have it counted and counted accurately. What about the general election? Will states be moving that? And the answer is no. The federal election day for the general election is set by statute. There is no power of a governor or a state to change that. There is no power for the President of the United States to change that. Federal election day will take place on the Tuesday following the first Monday in November. Unless and until Congress changed that law and the president signed it, there is no reason to believe Congress is going to change election day. So we will have the general election as scheduled on election day, period.